What's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, back with another Marvel Legends action figure review. No, this isn't Shartimus Prime. This is Anthony's Customs, and I don't know, bro. These figures, I can already tell, they're dog shit. These are dog shit figures, and I don't know who's giving this the green light. This is Talker Arts, and I wasn't gonna buy this one because I already spent $10,000 on four other figures just like this, and then I had to clean my moped, and then my dog got loose, and I had to go catch the dog, and then I already had four of these, but I went and bought five more, and now I'm $20,000 in the hole. But what are you gonna do? You gotta get it. I'm a sucker. Actually, this is your boy Dope Figs. What's up, true believers and all my collectors in the wild? Shout out to Shartimus Prime. Shout outs to my man Anthony's Customs and the homeboy Talker Art. I actually really love those guys, and I watch their stuff all the time, along with Just Jay Hernandez. And here's the alien standing next to a Wolverine from this one. And here's the alien standing next to a Marvel Legend. And here's the alien standing next to a Mezco. And here's the alien standing next to a Gatorade bottle. Shout outs to Just Jay Hernandez. Love those guys. Anyways, we're going to get into a few figures that I grew up with in the 90s that I have no idea what the fuck happened to them. And I wish I still had them. And I have dreams that I still have these figures. So the first one we're going to get into right now is the Kenner Queen Alien Xenomorph. This is a bad bitch right here. This is a lot of plastic. It probably went for $8, $10 at the most. Maybe $12 at the most. I remember my aunt took me to Toys R Us, and one of this aunt barely picked me up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't spend any fucking money on me. You know what I mean? And I'm accustomed to going to Toys R Us like at least once a week with my moms. You know what I'm saying? So this fucking aunt that I don't really know like that or whatever. I mean, I knew her, but we didn't spend a lot of time with her. Anyway, long story short, she took me to Toys R Us. I swapped the price tag because this one was more expensive, and when they rang it up, my aunt was pissed off because it was like $12. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we got the Queen, fire ass Queen. Now I have a younger sister, and I grew up watching Aliens and shit like that. So buying a female figure was not weird for me because there was Barbies laying all around the house anyways. And if I bought an X-Men toy, I would convince her to buy the Storm toy. If I bought Batman, I would convince her to buy a Catwoman toy. So, it was my way of kind of getting a female figure, but without seeming like, I wanted it. You know what I mean? So I convinced her to get Ripley. Look at the fucking cannon. Look at the cannons on Ripley. And I'm not talking about her gun. Hey! Next up is this fucking guy. I forgot his name. Bishop. I just read it because I probably wouldn't have remembered it. He's an alien. Robot. Excuse me. He's a robot from Aliens. I think his head comes off or some shit at the end. Is this new or is this old? Is this a NECA or a Kenner? Nope, this is a NECA. Disqualified. Alright, we got, this was one of my favorite, the Gorilla Xenomorph. She was fucking fire. You press his head, he would squirt out some water, pause. And, yo, man, he had two things on the back that, it made his arms flare out. This was the Gorilla Xenomorph. Gorilla Xenomorph again with the Praying Mantis Xenomorph. This fucking Praying Mantis Xenomorph was the illest Xenomorph. Translucent. I had a homeboy, his name was Charlie. And I had, I should have done some Terminator figures. Those will be next. I had a Terminator figure that I didn't give a fuck about anymore. And I remember the last time I was at his house, he had this Xenomorph. And I was on my alien shit. He had the Praying Mantis one. I called him. I'm like, yo, I got this fucking ill-ass Terminator joint. You got to trade me. And he was down with it, so we made the trade. Shout out to Charlie, man. I hope he's doing good in life. Probably haven't talked to him in 25 fucking years. Next, you got the whole collection. I got a whole selection of a whole selection. I don't remember some of these. Some of these gotta be NECA. Yeah, so some of these are disqualified. This guy, I don't remember him, but he popped up. Looks cool. I do remember this guy slightly. The crab alien. They must have been running out of ideas over there at the old Kenner mill. This was fucking dope. So Kenner also did Predator, and I remember going to KB Toys in the mall, and if you looked on the back, they had this guy. You had to cut out a piece and send it, but I never did. But I wish I had, because it was a pretty dope character. You know what I'm saying? We got another guy right here. Get out of here. We're doing Predators right now. This is the Broken Touch Predator. This one's fucking fire. I think he was like an elder. Super dope. I love this figure. I fucking love this figure. Had a giant cannon that went on his shoulder. Dope removable mask. You know what I'm saying? They had the claws. These were excellent figures. I know I have this guy in packaging still, actually. You know what? Now that I watched this, I'm gonna go crazy on eBay and I'm gonna get this whole damn collection. Thanks a lot, guys. Dope. Another dope ass figure. So I didn't have some of these. I didn't have the goat predator. I didn't have the guy with the long joints right there. Pause. As you can see, there's a repaint. The lava predator was a repaint. I didn't have that one either. This is the goat predator. I don't remember this guy. This, I don't know how I got these, but I had these. I know I didn't buy them, but I do remember somebody trading them to me. And I always wondered why the Predator never came with his blades on his arm. That always was weird to me. So I don't know if he actually did in the packaging. Pause. But these two were phenomenal figures. You know what I'm saying? This alien xenomorph right here, this is like the warrior xenomorph. He had a translucent top. You can see his skull. Really dope figs. All right, now let's move, switching gears. Still on Kenner. Getting to the Swamp Thing. When I was at my grandmother's house, I used to love sleeping over my grandmother's house. She had a upstairs that we used to go upstairs, and all my older brothers' old toys were up there, or old comic books and shit like that. And I used to go fishing for days. And we had these on VHS. And I always, every time I went to my grandmother's house, I had a stash of Swamp Thing stuff there. And rest in peace to my grandmother. She was a good woman. She was sick a lot of the time and spent a lot of time in the hospital. So, you know, when she was home, we used to spend as much time as we could with her. But these videotapes were awesome. So all of these toys, they had mad different types of Swamp Thing bucks. But then he had, you know, these evil cats right here, and they came with the translucent rubber that you put over them because they would mutate in the cartoon. And it was a dope line, man. It was really dope. I can't remember if it was before McFarlane or after McFarlane. It had to be before McFarlane. But, you know, McFarlane revolutionized the toy business. But, you know, these weren't bad. If you look back, these Predator joints and these Swamp Thing joints actually were very unique. And they hold some weight, man, to this day. The sculpts are not bad sculpts, man. You know, I like the older figures, though, you know. I like the older figures a lot. This one was really dope. Glow in the dark. This cat was cool. His whole body would go loose, and then it would tighten back up. Pause, pause, pause. This guy's arm would stretch all the way out. Pause. And then, all right, going on to He-Man. So, when my brother had all the He-Men, because he was older than me. But by the time I came into knowledge that He-Man existed, he didn't really have many left. So, you know, these things, their arms will pop off real easily. You know what I mean? And I used to scourge and scourge uh, tag sales with my moms. Every time we see a tag, so I'm like, pull over, they might have He-Mans. Because it was just hard to find He-Mans at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they were before my time. And they weren't selling them at KB Toys or Toys R Us anymore. So, you know, this guy was awesome. And, you know, it's crazy. You can talk things into existence. It says in the Bible, the power of life and death is at the tongue. And I would say it so much that we pulled over to a tag sale, box of fucking He-Mans. You know what I'm saying? And I came off with some He-Mans. They were pretty dope. What's that robot chicken? I'm like, yeah, I want a He-Man. I spoiled my plans again. That shit is hilarious. This guy is like a heavy chase figure. What the fuck is his name? Scareglow. I think his name is Scareglow. He glows in the dark, and I guess he's like super expensive. I don't know how expensive he is, but these were fucking fire, man. I used to love these. That B one was hard. The homeboy Manny Faces at the bottom. My man Beastman. Beastman was gangsta. They were all, even though their bucks were kind of all, a lot of them were the same, but a lot of the bucks were very original too. You know? Yeah, man. Okay. So, G.I. Joe can never be replaced. All these toys have a special place in my heart. Fucking, I love the G.I. Joe ninjas, man. I had all of these ones that I'm showing you. And this might look familiar to you guys because they just redid this guy. Yo, I fucking love G.I. Joe. I still got this guy in a box. I had all of these. My mother bought me all of these one Christmas, these big giant joints. This was my favorite one by far. I went to my homeboy's house. I had a lot of G.I. Joes, but these motherfuckers had a fucking huge table full of like 1,000 G.I. Joes. And they had this one. And I'm like, yo, I'll give you my Sega Genesis and all the games for this G.I. Joe. Like, I love G.I. Joe that much. And we made a deal, and they let me leave with this guy. I never gave them the Sega Genesis or any of the games. And I had him until I was 16 years old in a box, stashed away. Never played with him. With a bunch of Mortal Kombat G.I. Joe figures. And I don't know, I kind of fell out of my collecting phase. I didn't give a fuck. Had my first 2 kids. They were twins. And then when I must have turned 20, we were moving, and we found them. And my son was like 4, and I let him play with him. He fucking broke it the first second that he played with it. Just ripped it in half, you know what I mean? These ones were gangster. These ones on the bottom, I had every single one of these on the bottom. They were brand new bucks and brand new colors that you really didn't see a lot of G.I. Joes in at the time. It was like a switching of the guard, you know what I'm saying? I had none of these. I don't know who the fuck. It was always Fumbles. Street Sharks. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. My mom's bought me Street Sharks. She left them. My mom's was a single mom. She used to work a lot of overtime, and she left me a mad Street Sharks on my bed one day for Easter when I woke up, and I was like, "What the fuck are these? These are fire!" My mom's was cool. She still is cool. All right, we'll get to these another day. Everybody be safe out there. God bless. Keep believing. To all my true believers in the wild. Hey, Shartimus, what'd you think of this review? I love it. What about you, Anthony's Customs? These figures were dog shit. It's like a dog ate some shit, shit it out, then ate the shit that he shitted out, and then he shitted out these figures. Well, hey, thanks, Anthony. How about you, Talker Art? You know, I don't really need these because I already got 5 of these in 6 different colors. But, you know, what's another $50,000? I'm buying all of them, buying 2 or 3 of them, matter of fact, of each one. We'll put them right here next to my McFarlane collection. And and I'm in debt for $40,000. All right, guys, take care. Just Jay Hernandez, we're going to get you next time. Love all those guys I just mentioned. One love. Peace.